हरि ओम आनो बदराः क्रतावो जन्तो विश्वातो दबधासो अपरीता सा उद्भिदाः देवानो जाता सादामिद्वृदे आशन्नपरायो रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे देवानां भद्रा सोमतिरेरिजो यातां देवाना गुंगरातेराभिनो निवर्तताम् देवानां गुगसखियामुपासे देमा वयं देवा न आयोः प्रातिरन्तो जीवासे तान् पूर्वाया निवेदाहो महे वयं भगमित्रमदितिं दक्षामसृदम् अर्जमणं वरुणगुं सोममसविना सारस्वती नः सौभागामायस्कारत्ता तन्नो वातो मायो वातो भेखजन् तन्माता पृथिवी तत्पिता जौहौ तद्ग्रावाणः सोमसुतो मायो भुवस्तादस्विना शृणोतां दृष्ण्या जोवाम तामेशानं जगतस्तस्थो कशपते देयाञ्जेन वामावासे होमहे वयम् ओखानो जदा वेदासा माषद्वृदे रक्षितापायोरादवेदाः स्वस्ताये स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृदः सर्वाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टानेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु प्रेकादशवा मारुतः वृष्णिमातरः सोवाञ्जावानो वेदाथे खो जगमायाः अग्निर्जिह्वा मानवः सोराचक्षाशो विश्वेनो देवा आवशागमन्यः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं वशयेमाक्षाभिर्जत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गस्तुष्टवा युगसस्तानोर्ब्रिव्यासे माहिदे वाहिताञ्जदायोः सतमेनो शारदो अन्ते देवा जतरा नश्चक्रा जरसन्तनो नाम पुत्राशो जतरा पितरो भवन्ते मानो मदियारे रेखातायुर्गन्तोः आदितिर्ज्योरादितिरन्तरिक्षमादितिर्माता सा पिता सा पुत्राः विश्वे देवा आदितेः पञ्चजना आदितिर्जातमादितिर्जानितवाम्मा जातो यतः समे हाशेततो न अभयङ्कर सन्नः कर प्रजाभ्यो भयन्नः पाशुभियाः विश्वानिरे वाशाविचर्धुरेता निपरासोवा जदभद्रन्तन्न आसोवा जौहौ शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तेः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तेः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगुं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः 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 शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वारिष्ट शान्तिर्भवतु ॐ सहस्रासे रेखा पुरुखाः सहस्राक्षाः सहस्रपात्ता शभोमिगुं सर्वतस पृथ्वा त्यातिष्ठदशाङ्गुलम् पुरुख एवेदगुं सर्वं जदभूत यच्च भाव्यम् उतामृतवशीये सानो जदन्नेनातिरो हते एतावानसियामहेमात जायाश्च पुरुखाः पादस्य विश्वा भूतानि त्रिपादशिया मृतं देवे त्रिपादोर्ध्वा उदेत् पुरुखाः पादस्येह भवत् पुनः ततो विकवान् व्यकरामत्साशन नाशने अभि ततो विराडजा यात विराज अधिपुरुषः सजात अतियारिचियात पश्चात् धूमे मथ पुरः तस्माज्जजिया सर्वभूताः सम्भृत प्रेखदाज्यम् पशुस्ताश्चक्रे वा यवियानारण्य ग्राम्याश्च जे तस्माज्जजियात् सर्वभूतारिचः सामानि जज्जीरे चन्दागुंसि जज्जीरे तस्माद्याजुस्तस्मादजायत तस्माद्दशवा अजायन्दजेते शोभाया दातः गावो हजज्जीरे तस्माज्जाता अजावायाः तञ्जजियम्बारेः क्षिपेरोक्षन् पुरुखञ्जातामगरातः तेन देवा आयजन्त साध्या ऋकायश्च जे जत्पुरोखं व्यदधोः कतिधा व्याकल्पायन् मुखं किमस्यासीक्तिं बाहो किमुरो दादा उच्येते ब्राह्मणो मुखमासीत् बाहुराजन्यः कृतः ओरोतादस्या जद्वैस्याः पदव्यागुगुसूद्रो अजायत चन्द्रमा मनसो तश्चक्षोः सूर्यो अजायत श्रोत्रद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत नाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षगुं शेषणार्द्योः समवर्तत पदभ्याम्बो मृद्रेषः श्रोत्रान् तथा लोकान् अकल्पयन् यत्पुरुषेण हविष देवा जजियामतन्वत दशन्दोष्याशीदाज क्रेक्म इदमः सरद्धवेः सप्तास्यासन् पारिदायस्त्रेः सप्तासमिदाः कृताः देवा जज्जयन्तन्तान तावदनन् पुरुखं पशुमा जजियेन जजियामायजन्त देवा स्थानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन्न ते हनागं महिमा नः शचन्दाजतरा पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः हरिः ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उत तायिखवे नमः बाहुव्यान्मुतते नमः जाते रुद्रसेवा तनोरघोरा पापकाशिनी तायानस्तन्वा सन्दमया गिरिसन्ताभिचाकसेः जामिकङ्गेरेषन् ताहस्ते विवर्गस्तवे सेवाङ्गेरितरतां कुरुमा हिग्गुंसेः पुरुखं जगत्ता शिवेन वचसा गिरिसाक्षा वदामषे यथा नः सर्वमि जगदाय च मग्गं सोमना आशत्ता अधियावोचादाधिवक्ता प्रथमो देव्यो मेघक्का आहेश्च सर्वान् जम्भायन् सर्वश्च जातो धान्यो धराचेः पराशुभ अशोजस्ताम्र अरुण उत बभ्रुः सोमङ्गलः जे चैनग्गुं रुद्रा आवितो दिक्षुषरेताः सहस्रसो वैखा गुगहेड इमहे आशोजो वाशर्पतिनि नगरेव वेलोहिताः उतैरङ्गोप अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदाः जाः सदृष्टो मृडय तेनः नमोऽस्तु नीलगिरीव या सहस्राक्षा या मे दुःखे अतो जे असि या सतवान् हन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्चदन्वनस्तमुभय राज्ञोर्जम् जाश्च ते हस्त एखावः पराता भगवो वप विजयन्धनोः कापर्धिनो वैशल्यो बाणवान् उत अनेशन्नसियाजा एखाव आभोरशियानेगादेः जाते हेतन्मे दुष्टामाहस्ते बाभो वाते दानोः तायास्मान् विश्वातस्तामाय च माया पारे भोजा पारिते धन्वनो हे देरसमान् प्रेणक्तो विश्वाताः अतो जा एको दिस्तवारे असमन्निधेहितम् आवादति यादानुष्पग्गुं सहस्राक्षाशते क्रोधे निशल्जाशल्यान मुखान् दिवो नः सोमन भवत् रामस्त आयुधायान ततायादृषणवे ओभाभ्यामुतते नमो बाहुवियान्तवधन्वने मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितं मानो वदेः पितरं मोतमातरं नः प्रियास्तन्वो रुद्रारेखाः नानस्तोकेतनये मान आयोगे मान गोकुमान अस्वे खोरे रेखाः मानो वेरा नुदरावामिनो वदे रेहा विकमन्दाः साव्यमिन्द्राहनमहे सम्भवाय च माय भावाय च नमः शङ्कराय च नमस्काराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च हरिः ॐ
Om. Please understand, again, a very important illustration by way of illumination. Illumination becoming knowledge, that such a gift is not a performance. It is not that which you sit as you would with a music playing and you think, oh, that's very nice chanting. I like the music, I like the rhythm, I like. So you say, what is that knowledge that is being revealed? What is the light that is the light of love that resonates? And in that sense, a teaching, a revelation of some aspect of your personality that you are seeking to unite, because it's a personality that has division. So when something brings a unifying force, it's pleasant, it's attractive, it is beautiful. So in this sense, please understand, whether it was with your dance performances that were not performances, but an enactment of the teachings of that essence of God, the form of Krishna. And whatever emotion that is brought forward, which is the real sign of what, let us say, the actor on this stage of life by way of that art. It resonates with you. And in that way you felt pleasure and enjoyed. Also with the instruments. Are you too tuning your instrument daily? How long did it take him to tune to that inner sound of the nada that he identified? Now it is right. It is perfect. What is your instrument? And when you are balanced, attuned, in Shushumna, that is your meditation. Just getting balanced. And then enjoying the inner music as it begins to be revealed. So again, I'm sure we'll feel the resonating presence of those Vedic verses, and also that it reveals the philosophy behind it that Rabindra has shared with you. Again, just not to hear words, oh, that was interesting, I didn't know about the principle of sound and the layers and the ways in which it can be understood. So he gave the philosophy and you heard the enactment of that philosophy. So that was a beautiful way in which this theme of light as knowledge, knowledge as love, love as a unifying principle in all our lives. So now I am very gifted, let's say, by way of the grace of our tradition that has given us a beautiful personality in our sannyasin lineage. And you may say, well, when I'm meditating, I'm looking up and all the orange people are gray-haired. So do I always have to wait until I have no more energy and all of a sudden I'm supposed to be energetic with another stage of life. No, we have the grace of Swami Matripura with us, who found, let us call it, this little wormhole into another universe. Because when you leave one stage of life, like your Grahastha stage, and be granted with Vanaprastha, you find that little bridge into another universe, and that becomes your reality. Of course, you cannot leave unpaid karmas behind. So quickly, get them done. What may take 5 years, do it in 5 months. And then be ready with that sense of desperation, because you've done your perspiration of the tapasya. And then slowly that revelation will naturally support the situations of life that will give you that opportunity. Then it's a matter of recognizing it, and at that moment accepting it. Otherwise, it's like you're waiting for the bus, and all of a sudden you heard your phone ring, you're looking down at it. Oh, what's important, I better reply. And your bus goes by. You've missed your opportunity. And the opportunities are always given to those that are prepared. So once again, thank you for offering to share a little bit about yourself and about the theme of illumination.
Last time I was sitting somewhere here was you were all in that screen. This is different than having an empty space and a camera. And so thank you all my brothers and sisters for this tremendously beautiful weeks of spending together. I so enjoyed all my brothers speak. I have beyond words respect, Swamiji, what you and everyone else have been able to get together for these 2 weeks. Each of these days, I was just in awe with Thank you. This is better. Great. I was in awe with how throughout the weeks these moments were created in which the sacredness of life was invited in all these different ways. In the silent days, in the pujas, in the havans, in the arti, the music. Every moment was to give you the opportunity to get in touch with that light through people speaking. And these attempts to make life sacred, to make life special, to make every moment an opportunity to not reconnect, but uncover, be, remember. And when I contemplated of what else can be sort of shared, is this awe for the moment. As Ashu said, everything is perfect. And that perfection is in this very moment, right here. And so that is something to always just learn to stay in and let it grow and I'm not talking something for tomorrow or when you go home. No, right? Again, right here. Can you feel it? Because that's all I can mention about the sadhana right now. What trying to do with the meditations, with the reading, with the contemplations, with the singing, with everything, is to continuously trying to connect in this very here and very now. Mother is here. Can you feel the body resting right now? Can you feel your breath right now? This very moment is sacred. It will not happen tomorrow. It hasn't happened yesterday. It can and will. One moment it will happen now. Now, here. The breath is flowing. Right now. Hi, my dear friend mind. Yay. Thank you for showing up. We're not flying away yet. But let's stay here. Let's make this very moment as special as it can be. Oh mind, can you please remember mantra for me right now? Can you allow the thoughts to do what they want to do, but let's not be disturbed with them right now? And this theme of this inner light, sometimes it appears quite weak. Sometimes it appears even lost. But let's see if right now, here, as you're feeling the physical temple sitting, as you're feeling the prana and the breath cleansing and nourishing this temple, cleaning it, as your thoughts are allowed to go, whatever they are, good, bad, doesn't matter. And mantra somewhere is roaming around there too, reverberating in the inner temple, in the sanctuary. That right here, in the depth, in the core of being itself, this light is, as Swami Veda said in the title of the book that we all shared, many languages, the poem of, is like 1,000 suns, 10,000 suns. And even if you feel it right now, just little, like a little flame, something is whispering, something is calling you. Just like a little dipa in your heart. Can you be with it right now? Can you be in awe of it? Can you hold it in as the best as you can in your awareness right now as the most precious thing? And it's not even a thing, bleh, forgive my language. It is not whatever, the most precious existence. We don't have to go anywhere, they say. We don't have to reach anything. We don't have to even do the practices. But yet we do them anyway to continuously be here. Because it's all right here. And that little flame of awareness, that little connection that seemed to be made, gradually will merge into the experience of being. Right here, can you be aware that there is awareness in this very moment? Can you be aware that right now you are aware? And can you even be aware that you are consciously being able to be aware of that something which is here right now at the core of your being? Some call it Divine Mother, some call it love, some call it whatever it is. Eventually it's you in your truest form. And what amazes me the most sometimes is that connection seems to get lost. And then somehow, there it is again. In your meditation, you try to be aware of that awareness. There is awareness right here. Nothing else matters, not what happened, not what will come, not what I'm supposed to be. It is right here. And then something comes. Maybe you lose it for like a moment, but then it's like a miracle. It comes again. And again there is this moment of awareness. Yeah, okay, phew. Thank you, mind. Thank you, tradition. Thank you, grace. And the more you do this, the more somehow allowing the awareness to be present in the here and now again, it becomes more and more a habit pattern to just wake up from wherever you got lost in and okay, wow, here again. In many years ago, when I was starting to dabble with these practices, when you read about be aware of your breath. It's okay, Sankalpa. Today I'm going to be aware of my breath the whole day. I don't know how you were and still are and not perfect. After 6 hours, I was supposed to be aware of my breath all day and I just lost 6 hours. Okay, from now on, I'm going to be aware. Maybe 2-3 conscious breaths were taken, where world happens, out of it again. 6 hours later, again, I don't know how your mind was, but that's not, I was supposed to be like this, and blah, blah, and it was harsh, and it was not nice. Until, fortunately, during one of those internal dialogues, where the mind can surprise you how wise it is, if you allow just to listen to it. When mind starts to become your friend. Mind suddenly said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to wake you up? Or you want me to leave you alone? Because every time when I wake you up, you're not nice to me. And that was like, where's this coming from? So I had to shift this perspective of, instead of waking up after 6 hours and being aware for just a moment, and then beating up the mind, where were you the other 5 hours and 95, whatever, 59 minutes and 30 seconds, what? To capture those moments and to really learn to celebrate those moments. Like, oh wow, thank you, mind. And in the beginning I exaggerated because I didn't take it very seriously. So I would go over the top, oh, thank you, mind, this is phenomenal, thank you. But then slowly, mind started to be okay again, because I was not beating it up all the time. So it just started to show more and more of these conscious moments in which suddenly the sacredness of life was there again. And then to catch these moments, are you still in it? Are you still here? And throughout these 2 weeks, I've just been in awe with how much effort everyone has put to give you these moments, to give you these long moments continuously. I was watching people as they were offering to the fire. I enjoy to watch the people when they do the arti, because there is divine worshipping and giving oblations to the divine. This sacrificial, this yajna that Ravinda was just talking about. And to have that, so that you have these 2 weeks when your outside world didn't exist. I hope they didn't disturb you. You could just get that light brighter and brighter. Not that it needs to become brighter. It is already perfect, but just the being in it. And to conclude, what I would like to offer you last is that just as important as it is to go into your practice, I think it is just as important how to transition out of your meditation. And so that I would like to do for just a few minutes, if I may, so that you just sit as comfortable as you can, sit as head, neck, and trunk straight as possible. As Swamiji so beautifully said, I hope your music is flowing in Sushumna. But just as best as you can, be. Be with whatever is. And especially be aware that right here now is the only thing that matters. How deep or undeep that realization is doesn't matter. Be aware that you're consciously breathing. Do you feel it? Do you feel the air flowing in and out of the nostrils? It's not mere technique, it's a happening. Something is moving, the breath, and the awareness allows you to become aware of that which is never moving. That which observes the movement of the breath. Be aware of that. Mantra may be flowing. Maybe it needs a little nudge to remember it. Allow it to reverberate through the mind field, guiding you into deeper and deeper fields, the inner world. Surrender into all that, what is, into that stillness and silence. Be here. And be conscious of the fact that you are here, right now. Nothing else matters. There is existence. Be aware of existence itself, which is like a light, which is your inner light, which is you. And maybe your eyes have closed and the body has become still. And gradually the breath will start to slow down the more you surrender into that stillness that is here, now. You are the light. The inner light is here. And then that's most still aspect, however still or not, no, that's not correct, however still it is, allow that to become your new platform, your new seat from which you learn to live. like Ravinda gave this incredibly beautiful way to spread the light from the heart through the senses into the all the janendriyas in the body, gyanendriyas, karmendriyas, so that every moment becomes sacred. And now let's practice staying in that most still aspect, the deepest, the closest you can get at the moment to your true self, which is the center resting in the center, the point resting in its center. And from there, without leaving that, experience the breath. Without leaving that stillness, feel the whole body. Without leaving that stillness, very slowly, moving from that stillness, place the hands in front of your heart. Without yet, the eyes are still closed. Just realize that from this stillness something moved, but yet you are resting in that stillness. This gesture symbolizes that stillness, the light, Yapo Diva Bhava, is in you and in everyone and everything that lives. And so very consciously, without leaving the stillness and light, gradually open your eyes. Allow the world to see and spread your attention throughout the whole room. Be aware of the whole space around you. And however you do this cannot be done wrong. Notice that we're sitting with so many other lights. And please turn around you and see and recognize in each and every one around us this inner light. This is what Swami Rama does when he says, I pray to the divinity in you. He sees that light. Always. More than we do. We forget. And so, I know we're at the end and maybe the mind is going towards leaving. So, as you may one day have to step out of the gate, practice this. Center, stay with the light and see this transition to come out of the meditation. How long can you stay with it? How long can you take it with you? When you go in a taxi, when you go on a plane, when you go, take it with you. Practice this. That it not only is in this space, but when you walk out this door, when you walk into the new door. So learn to take, just as much as we learn to move into meditation, take it with you. And know it is never lost. We can, in an instant, everything is already here. Thank you.
keep the mood, but please let us take 5 minutes for just a little stretch, and then we'll be again starting in 5 minutes. Om. Return to that flow, that inner presence. Whether eyes are open or closed, where you are, be present. Let go of will be and should have. Exhale and release. A natural rhythm, a gentle flow. And now the flow of your mantra thought, the very song of the soul. So as to recall and remember again, the song you hear is the light to your ear. The light, love is the light of your heart, as meditation is the light of your soul. Light wears many garments, and among these your mantra, your prayer is the brightest. The sound that is the wave of the universe, the word that is the soul of God, is your inner light, wearing a body which is an outer layer of light. On this altar of light, there exists a resolute illumination of your mind. On the altar of the light of true knowledge, then burn the light of love. From this day, may you walk as a being of light. Wherever you tread, leave your footprints of light. Let light alone be your delight. Light. Light, as interpreted in so many languages, is just as sweet. For we have that recognition. We accept that is our identity. And the very process of that support for this constant reminder that I am, the very tat, tvamasi, is not simply a dream, though a dream state may give you an indication of what you are holding on to in your unconscious, what you hope for as a desire that is actually from the superconscious. From the very first moment you perceived an opportunity that you would come to India, that is when your dream appeared. And that is when your meditation began. Now let's weave that together. the very manner in which that thought was put into a context, the context that many situations, many ways of dealing with the relationships, the planning, and all that went into the actual process by which the matrix of your mind as your meditation seat became the matrix of your mind on the seat of that plane as you then left your origin. That same seat was the seat that you then assumed on the taxi or bus en route. And that matrix of your mind, again, through these marvels of modern day, has placed you on the other side of the globe, or at least some distance from this original matrix of your meditation seat, the mind that you have left behind. Yet it is now the mind that is present here. Have you changed your mind? In this dreamlike state, you begin to carry these appearances and disappearances. One situation will disappear, yet another will rise. Each of those situations are of your making, by way of a plan, by way of an expectation, by way of a memory. And so you found yourself here. You were invited by the Guru's Spirit as we performed our beginning puja, drawing all of us together, and that provided the theme, a focus for your mind. Even in ways that you did not understand, the very matrix of this weave of the mandala of your mind was being rewoven by these threads of the sattva, rajas, and tamas that are the essence of your dreamlike state. And then as we proceeded, as Maitreya Shakti, in the sense of guiding a beautiful meditation, she asked you to visualize. So now you have a distinct memory that in some ways is still a dream for you when you return home. What was this experience? Is it only a dream? Or has it become an aspiration? Yes, there was this inspiration from our various talks, Jung and Ashu, Deepak, Rabindra, Pierre, John, all sharing something that gave us same resonance that the chanting was also providing for you, only in a different way in which it was interpreted. And in that resonance, again, the threads of this matrix that are now the mandala of your mind, that involved Shivaratri, that involved a pilgrimage, that involved a yajna, that involved the song of the soul in the form of the Ganesh mantra, and the beautiful way in which it was not just threads of your making, but the threads of the divine forces that also put their colors into your mind. All the divine forces that Pandit Deepak mentioned by way of the pujas, in honoring those forces each of the days of our Havan practice and the pujas, they were subtly weaving the unconscious mind. We actually ended that puja yesterday when you were gone. The Pandits and myself, on your behalf. I was not sitting as this person, I was sitting as you in each of those pujas. My meditation became your collective mind field, that if somehow, how you're weaving this matrix of your mind field, you will gather some of those threads as well. And at the end, as after everyone has dispersed, we asked all the deities, all the divine forces, to bless the Sangha, and then we release them, because they have jobs to do. They honored us in their presence. Deepak, how many divine forces were you mentioning? Hundreds and hundreds. Their presence was then honored and they departed. Yet, they have left their threads behind for your mind. Then again this morning, beautiful way in which we heard the nada, the eternal sound vibrating, that is giving once again this prakasha, this light form to our mind. A light form that Tripura Shakti has mentioned to be that presence of peace in your heart, that has been what you have transformed as, and in that way what you have as love to now give. Don't worry. You feel, well, it'd be nice to stay, but I have my job, my family, my responsibilities. It was nice while the dream lasted. Make it a reality in the sense of that aspiration that continues as your daily practice, that gives you that sense of fulfillment as well as ambition for making that essence of realization true and real for you in this life as the purpose of your life. Your mantra is there to support you. Your inner Atman is always there as the pillar of strength. The Guru Spirit is there as the spirit of light that will keep illuminating. As Swami Tripura said, not just for that 5-second period of a realization of the day, but as the entire life, as its matrix of mind that is continually showing its beauty in all your thoughts, in all your actions, in all your speech. In all your speech. One of Swami Veda's last seminars was meditative voice. And for us as initiators, he said there should be the very Shakti force. There should be Saraswati that is on your lips at the time that the mantra then is spoken. That revealed way in which that infinite sound principle becomes a word and thus is communicated. But if you accept all your speech as sacred and inspired, then you have the blessings of Vagini, the mother of speech, who will dance through your lips. Make it gentle. Let it be beneficial. Let it flow from your heart as that peace that Tripura Shakti Swamiji has endowed you with as now the memory to take with you. Each and every one has made their contribution. And we are all benefited from the contributions you make back at your home, in the way that you are supporting the teachings. It was very gratifying to have the teachers and the center leaders gather, share a little bit about their experiences, about their hopes, about their worries, about their needs. So if you find that you now have a home here, you will also know that within this home there is constant activity, day and night, sending the emails, corresponding, transcribing, creating those books for you. And then that begins your work to translate those into your languages. So we'll do our part here. You can do your part. I have no doubt that you will do your part. In all parts of the world, then we will have this message that our gurus and our masters and our entire lineage has kept reminding, looking for those minds who are receptive to receiving the light and guided by the kripa of grace. Yes, you will have different personal rituals of honoring the sacredness within, and those are so important. Please honor the faith that you have, the prayers that you do, the ways in which you find sacredness in your daily life, and enhance it. And by way of your contributions to your centers, you are simply offering, as I said to you, Chaitanya, just who you are. And the gift of that progress you've made in your meditation is now there as a gift to give. So you don't have to imitate anyone. And you don't have to wear the orange to be considered the teacher. We all wear the garments of the one light. So please continue in the ways in which you are learning. Become more accomplished in that. Seek to know more by way of that spiritual ambition. Seek to realize more by way of that practice. And in that way, Ganesha is there to help you. He'll sit on you if you get too run away and try to hide, and he'll find you. She'll find you. Ganesha is that which knows all. So in this way, the new Ganesha mantra is a beautiful way in which that presence of stability, a reminder of harmony, a way of protection from that strength will grow within you. Again, I would like to thank all the staff members that have supported both the preparation as well as the ongoing process during this whole Sangha. Each and every one of them are not just, we say, workers or staff even. We call them sayaks, meaning devoted ones. So whether they are watering the grass and creating more beautiful flowers, let the flowers bloom, will be another mantra you carry with you. Only 4 of them for this whole campus, yet each of you were also helping. Also those that were there to help maintain the cleanliness of the ashram, whether it was in the cottages or around. Again, sayaks who are devoted. And we don't judge by way of, oh, that's this type of sayak, or that's that duty that they have. All are sharing, all are giving freely, and whatever they give is perfect. So we have all our family as our sayaks, devoted ones here. Fortunately, through much of your help, we were able to keep all of them even during the 2 and 2.5 years when we had no guests and we had no ways of having the income of our students, our guests, to provide to them, so other ways were found, and none of them were let go. Also, those in the kitchen, no doubt, maybe some of you have lost a little weight and maybe you appreciate that, but others, maybe you're actually going home, they say, oh, you must have been fed well at the ashram. And then you have to start your exercise in order to lose that weight. What we do here is just go up and down to the roof, to the top. So we have 82 steps that we go step by step by step, running up, step by step, running down. So the pounds go quickly. I'd also like to ask Rabindra to acknowledge others that have been helpful for the support of the Sangha by way of the operations and the management and the staff that are supporting this endeavor.
Common goal, somehow the energy seems to multiply itself. So the goal, the aim was to, of course, the Sangha gathering event. We wanted to make all of you, our family members, to feel loved, as this was the message of our beloved Swami Ritavan Bharati ji. This message, as you all know, that let people feel loved. And with the beautiful theme, Swamiji already mentioned, there are so many people who took part, who contributed in different ways. I'll give you an example, then we'll get to the vote of thanks. When there was the Ram Setu, the bridge was being built by the army of Lord Rama to enter Lanka. There was a little squirrel, and she said, how can I contribute? Of course, how the bridge was being built with huge stones. And she was seeing all these people who were carrying the stone and offering that stone to the water and so on and so forth. The bridge was being built. She said, how can I help with this? And she first went inside the ocean and then came out, rolled her body onto the sand, and again went back to the bridge and rolled again, so that at least little bit sand goes into building the bridge. Now, was that more or less than the people who carried the stone? It was all about the intention, the contribution, the feeling that she had, that I would like to contribute towards something which is higher, which has a higher cause. So we thought, with all the planning that went into and so on and so forth, we thought our intention was to make you feel at home. And with that, of course, all the people in the operations, as Swamiji already mentioned, starting from the correspondence through Divya, and one of the Gurukulam students, Swati, who volunteered to have the correspondence with her, all the accommodation arrangements, and many of our center leaders so lovingly accepted that yes, they can stay 4 or 5 people in one cottage, even with one toilet. So it's not all about us, it's also without your support, without your presence, I don't think we could have pulled off this kind of a large gathering with whatever we did. The office staffs with exchange and so on and so forth, accommodation requirements, there were many things that were done. So I would like to thank all of our official staffs who are there at the background, not always present in front of you, as well as all of you and all our Swami community with their silent presence. Some of them may not have had an opportunity to share through their words, but I'm sure that they shared much through their presence and their silence. And all the priests who did beautiful yajna, the offering. And all of your participation made that even more greater and better. In the Diwali, all of you contributed towards lighting, organizing the lamps and so on and so forth. That was another aspect. Your contribution in the kitchen, dining hall, cleaning, making this teaching space, keeping it clean, ventilated. Some people had arrived before Sangha gathering, so they contributed towards all the cleaning and all of that. We did a lot of work. So I would like to thank all of you, your intention, desires, also our Swami community, and I hope that we were able to make you feel at home and make you feel loved. If we were able to do that, then that is our gift or presence to Swami Veda at his feet. If there was anything which was not proper or not organized or not well or you didn't like it, please feel free and not hesitate to give us your feedback. Whatever the things that we could have improved better, that is also necessary. And whatever you found that was good, that was nice, it was all inspired by Swamiji. This entire ashram is the manifestation of the sankalpa of Swami Veda. So anything that goes well here, the cause behind that is his sankalpa shakti. It is through that things happen, things manifest itself, and we happen just to be incidental, just here. Thank you so much. Hari Om.
A special recognition to Ram Prakash and his family. I think some of you adopted his little boy, so we have a space for him here in about 25 years or so. And thank you to Adhikari for being that smile that met many of you each day, as well as organizing the entire Diwali celebration, so to speak. He's also an initiator. He's also in Vanaprasthi on his way to grander things, so to speak. But he really embodies the love, serve, remember of our Guru's theme that we always keep in our hearts. So to each and every one, as well as others that I may not have specifically mentioned, as we now draw our awareness, we are once again letting ourselves be reminded of that Guru spirit by way of Swami Veda's vision and support as we continue with the ashram of Swami Rama through Swami Veda. And there's simply his words that I think will ring a beautiful sentiment that we will end this session with. A reminder that at 3 o'clock today we have a very special speaker, the Vice Chancellor of the Swami Rama Himalayan University, also leading member of the Presidential Board of Governance for the hospital, as well as overseeing all ways that Swami Rama's work has been manifest, whether it's in Tarkeshwara, Toli, the Sri Verm project of Swami Hari, Saramandir, and he's also on our board of trustees for this ashram. That is Dr. Vijay Dasmana, and he'll be with us at 3 o'clock to share his inspiration as well as whatever else he's willing to share with us for that period. So now we have a little something to end this session with.
Just this tremendous amount of love everywhere from people I did not know. And I've found that the God has made a very, very loving world. And my prayer for you is that you find your world to be the same. And my prayer for myself is that whether someone throws roses at me or throws mud at me, I should remain the same. And there should be no change in the level of my love. That's my prayer for myself. And for you, may you find the world to be as full of love, as beautiful that I have found in traveling around to strange places, new places, everywhere. May you find the same. I don't know. Thanks is not enough. Songs from Greece and poems from Italy and from Holland and from Suriname and something I had composed 60 years ago has been sung for me today. One thing has been in my life, whichever country, whichever society, whichever group of people I am with, it feels to me that they are my people. Whichever country I am in, I feel this is my country. And this is my language. And their literature is my literature. And their customs are my customs. And their philosophers are philosophers of my lineage. So I've enjoyed sitting at the spot where Plato's Academy is in Athens, the ruins of that. And as sitting there, I felt I was making an ancient connection, just as I feel in the temples of the Himalayas. I wish you all, there's nothing else I can give you. In response to what you have given me, I wish for you all, always, a very beautiful and loving world. God bless you.